Starting soon. Is it soon enough? Everybody, anybody tuning in this morning, November 15, 2022 morning, MTG Stocks with Brody. Thanks for checking out the stream this morning. The talk of the town and everything upside down in the world of Magic the Gathering. We're going to look and talk and see about Magic stocks. This guy here. Couple of articles released yesterday. Calamity in the program. A little bit of even Wall Street can't believe how greedy MTG has got. So an article that popped yesterday, November 4th, written by Alexandra Ross, basically says the main concern is Hasbro has produced too much Magic product and that has supported Hasbro's recent results but are destroying the brand's long-term value. So here's a starting story that caused a little news. This news broke at about 11 o'clock yesterday. For those of you folks tuning in, there was a couple of. If you caught the Dual Brain show yesterday, check out the Dual Brain live stream follow up. Interesting conversation. But the consensus is that we're going to see some relaxation on prices as we go moving forward. Things are going to be on sale. So, recent news aside, let's let the charts talk when we hit up some morning MTG reserve list card. What do we got here? Making sure we can. Let's bring this. Let's bring this where we can see it. Brody, duck. Duck down there, Brody, for a second, please. I do want to get the price up for you guys. Doesn't mean a lot without the price. Anybody on your way to work today, drive safe. Don't rush. Roads may be icy. Okay, $16.99 for the unlimited version of this volcanic island. I like it. I do like the revised copy as well. Rare stock on this card. Third printing of the card, reserve list. You can get a revised copy of it for 760 bucks. Worth mentioning, some of these were reprinted a little bit ago in the collector's packs. You can get some playable ones. I don't mind proxies. Proxies make decks viable. So here we go. I like this card. It's not surprising to see that in the... Oh, here's a card. I'm excited for this card. Fork. Fork from the Unlimited set making the top 10 here this morning. Copy target instant spell or sorcery, except its copy remains red. You may choose new targets for the copied spell. It's also a revised reprint. This one did see a reprint, but the unlimited copy is $374.98. Do I really want to get my hands on a copy of Fork? I don't know. You tell me. It's a pretty good spell if you're casting. Here's a question for the viewers and all of you folks tuning in on the juice. Leave a comment in comment section below. Can you fork a time walk? Leave leave a comment in the comment section below. Today's trivia question goes out to Frank. Can you fork a time walk? Good question. And at the end of the stream, maybe we will put an answer down there. But this card copies the spell. It remains red. It's a pretty good house. There is stock on this card for $100, so I wouldn't run out and try and. That's got to be a graded one here. No, not even. So this card's saying 374 bucks. Brody's MTG socks are throwing them off here. Revised copy, also usable. Cheapest version, 47 bucks. You can get it for your cube. It's a great card. Coming in on the hot. movers and shakers list here this morning. In Legacy, Eternal Weekend's coming up. People are talking about Magic cards going on sale. So it's a good time. It's a good time to have a look at this movers and shakers list. Let's see what is gonna move and what is gonna shake. Getting a little bit of data here. Aspect of Wolf. I haven't seen this card in a long time. It's a rare. It's sort of the one you didn't want in your pack. You wanted like a big creature or something. Force of Nature. But here, let's read it. $40.03. Enchant creature for a green and one. Enchanted creature gets XY, where X is half the number of forests you control rounded down, and Y is half the number you control rounded up. If you have an even number, it's easy to count. So it gets. They used to call this star minus one, or star minus one star, or something like that. Target creature's power increased by half the number of forests you have in play, rounded down for power and up for toughness. I like that text actually a little better than the XY. I don't know. Who's playing this? I don't know. Let's see. Minsk and Boo, the Timeless Heroes. All right, I guess so. You can put it on that little tramply Boo boy, and you're playing Forest. That seems pretty good. Hardy Outlander and Wilson, refined Grizzly Bears and Commander deck. We're well right on. That's pretty cool. Aspect of Wolf. I never thought about it, but you could put this in Keem deck. Maybe you could put this on a great enchantment recursion deck, but I think the aspect of Wolf's probably going to go better in like a Stompy deck. Commander, why not? Minskin Boo, even better. Shivan Dragon. That's a card I like. If you're just joining us here, we're running down the movers and shakers list this morning, Tuesday, with Brody, doing a little MTG stocks. If you're just checking out the channel, we're watching for cards to come on sale. Here's a card I'm kind of stoked to see it. I'm not like I'm probably not going to pick up a copy of Shivan Dragon. I have a couple of revised copies. I'm okay. I'm okay with this card. But if it's for you, there's a few people that really collect this card hard. I will tell you that there's fans of this card. It's a super collectible card. Don't kid yourself. It's one of the most iconic cards in Magic. It's a piece of art, piece of history. And I have seen evidence of people that have several thousand copies of just this card, like super fond of it. I've seen things with regards to this amazing Shivan Dragon card. So it goes to wonder: is it just the best flying creature in the air? No, it's not. But it is an iconic piece of art as the 5/5 original dragon. So this version here, we've got, yeah, Commander. It's Shivan Dragon. It's running Commander Dragons. Of course it is. So it's good to see a little bit of action on the charts. I would get the revised copy, 18 bucks if you really want it. I mean, there's probably something else you're going to spend $20 on. Probably not the Shivan Dragon. These Elder Dragon legends were a thing in Legends and Chronicles printing, which leads us to Nicolas Bolas, the dragon, the 7/7 flyer. So this is a card. It's hit the movers and shakers list. He's coming up to $175 here today. What do we got? Nicolas Bolas. The flying 7/7 at the beginning of your upkeep. Sacrifice Nicolas Bolas unless you pay blue, black, red. Whenever Nicol Bolas deals damage to an opponent, that player discards their hand. Right! He's the wheel your hand dragon. And he flies, and he's the 7/7. 2, 4, 6, 8 mana for Nicol Bolas. The original one. Right? If that means something to you. Like, these Legends cards, they really are kind of neat. Like, here's a Dakin Blackblade. I do like the gold borders. This was it. This was the original gold border, folks. Like, a card like Nicol Bolas, Dakin Blackblade, and then like compare it to like this type of gold border. Yeah, it's gold border, showcased and framed and everything else. But like this is the original gold border cards. They are collectible. Let's look at the depth. Let's look at the depth on Nicol Bolas. Check it out. Let's get. I thought I had a chat box here. Let's see. We got the chat box. Where does it go? I thought I had a chat box. Let's see. Morning, folks. We broke the stream, Brody. All right. Nickel. That's better. Nickel Bolus. All right. The depth on this card, not too pretty bad. Let's see. A couple of up swings. This card might see a tick up in price. It's collectible, so I would watch it. Where are we playing him? In Commander. Nicol Bolas the Ravager. Of course we're playing him in Commander. 9 decks using him. Yeah, the Ravager, he's the commander, right? And then, of course, the classic Nicol Bolas fits right in there, flavorfully. I like the Ravager. He's the flippy one, the 4/4 for 4 mana. And, like, the color suit is right on. Flavor. The legendary 4/4, so it works well with this Nicol Bolas. They did a decent job in reprinting it. It's something we can use in Commander. I like that about this card. Suck on my Bolas. That's the deck. All right. Check it out. Nicol Bolas, the 7/7, the original legendary Dragon Elder. He's $175 here this morning for all of those of you tuning in for a little bit of morning MTG stocks with Brody. Is there a stock on this card? You bet there is. $100. You can get $111. You can get yourself 3 copies from the basement. And there's other Magic the Gathering news. I put this up for you folks just yesterday in the interim. Check this out. So like here was something I noticed on October 7th. Please be advised we're temporarily pausing our cash buy order system. One of the bigger card vendors up here. They are still taking maple syrup. So just talking market, like this is what we're seeing. So as of October 7th, folks are not taking any cash on the buy order. They are offering trades. Please stay tuned for further updates. Excuse me. So I think we got our further updates yesterday. That's going to be interesting to see how this all shakes out, affecting the price of Magic cards. But this card, Nicol Bolas, it's got value. Long-term value for Commander, it's 175 bucks. Let's see if the price moves on news. You know how they say, buy on rumor, sell on news? So we got news in the Magic the Gathering. We're going to see if that affects the price on some of these cards. We're rolling down in the Eye of Chaos. All right, chat's heating up. Coach is in the house. Good morning, Coach. And Pure MTG. Very nice. Mr. Gaming Bob hitting us up in the chat. And Coach, if you're on your way for starting your day, we are buying on rumors, selling on news. Magic the Gathering, don't give us any blues. It's Eye of Chaos. Next card here. This is a Legends card. All right, Legends card. Enchant World. Now we got to talk about Enchant Worlds. This is a reason why I like Concordant Crossroads so much. In some old school tech, you can only have one Enchant World. So the Concordant Crossroads does that for 1 mana. And in the Eye of Chaos is another Enchant World. Let's read it. First of all, where are we playing it? Zur the Enchanter. Interesting. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. Loving some bolas. The deck, I believe, was called "Suck on My Bolas." That's that's the name of the deck. I don't know who designed it, but in the Eye of Chaos, when a player casts a spell, counter it unless that player pays X, where X is its converted mana cost. What? This card's wow. All right. This is the original counterbalance, I guess. It's just pay more tax, blue tax. Yeah, I suppose it is. All old wording, all instants and interrupts are countered unless their caster pays an additional X, where X is spells casting cost. Force of will costs 5 and a life and a card out of your hand to cast it. I suppose we're playing it in Commander. Zur the Enchanter. Some cards that keep. I haven't seen this card on the movers and shakers list as of yet, so that's interesting to see. Nicholas Bolas, Eye of Chaos, Shivan Dragon, Aspect of Wolf, Fork, and Volcanic Island. A new set of cards here on the movers and shakers list. Animate Wall. I mean, why do we have this card in the movers and shakers list? Is it that collectible? Are we building wall decks? What's going on? What kind of tech is Brody missed out on here in the game of Magic? I mean, I also like this card art is hilarious. Do you see the wall is frowning? There's a frowny face on this wall. And like he can't be moving very fast, but somebody's pretty petrified of it. Maybe it's the price. What's the price of the wall? 32 bucks. For the unlimited version of Animate Wall, it's like this extremely slow wall attack, right? It's not coming at you very fast, nor is the price. The price on this card can't be moving very quickly. Oh, look at it is too. That is look at that. That does that look like yeah, a very slow. That's a spike up in price for the Animate Wall. Okay, when was the last time we saw some action for it in Strixhaven? Yeah, and there is like that. Our what's the other what help me out here? What is the other dragon that Arcady Sap the revised copy? I'll take a revised copy. I don't know how much that's moved. 20 bucks, 69 cents, $1. All right. We can watch this card. We can hit it up. Tom Mitchell, how you doing, buddy? Morning MTG Stocks with Brody. Glasbow's produced too much Magic cards. All right. Well, it could be said that Brody has bought too many Magic cards. It's true. But we're looking at the top movers and shakers here this morning, November 15th. We've got Animate Wall, and I can't understand why. Arcades the strategist. All right, so it is an Arcades deck using him. So that's all right. There is stock on this card. You can get a revised copy of it for like 79 cents. So if you're a collector, you get the unlimited version, I guess. I'm just going to move this so I can see the beeper. Let's running down Sunglasses of Urza, the good glasses. Huh. Let's check it out. More stacks pieces. Stacks pieces. Oh, let's go back. Stacks pieces. I'd say, yeah, the In the Eye of Chaos, another stacks effect. Definitely. And it is Arcades the strategist that uses the swing with the walls. Creatures with defender can attack. So, yes, animate wall. I guess, yeah, we're using it with Arcades the strategist. That's definitely how we're using it. This guy. Here he is. Yeah, so that's a deck that's like sort of pushing animate wall. We that's I guess. It's one white. I don't know. It's on color. Seems okay. I like big butts. What's with the names of all these decks here? Like these are I don't know. That's 0 for 2 on deck names here this morning. There. All right. So creatures that swing with their butts and more stacks prices. Sunglasses of Urza. It's coming in for $90 for the unlimited version of the card. It's mana fixing in Boros. Playable in old school. I would play it with soldiers. There's probably no deck list shown using this card, and yeah, you're right, there isn't. But Two available. There is some depth on this card. You can get it. You can also get it in Revise. It was reprinted once upon a time in Revise. I don't know if it has been since then, but I mean, if it has, it's not really needed unless. Yeah, I guess it would have been decent to have some Urza sunglasses in Ravnica, or perhaps like the in the new in the guilds. That would be sweet, right? Could you imagine playing Boros and you got access to these glasses? That's the card, right? Okay, so revised copy. 91 bucks for unlimited alpha beta. Yeah, 2000 to 182 bucks for the beta. I think I'd go for the beta. Honestly, 192 bucks for a beta rare? Why not? If you can find it, how much is that? Okay, so which version of the sunglasses would we buy if we could buy it? It's on the movers and shakers list and unlimited for $90, but why wouldn't we spend 180 bucks and get the beta version? I don't know. Is that even a fact? Can we even find it for that? Hmm. Let's roll down the list. If you had to buy one, there's one. There's one available for 120 for a beta sunglasses. Now there's a heck of a card. Why not? Excellent condition. Graded ones, $150. All right, so here's like a case where like Brody's not gonna try and downsell. I mean, I could let's downsell this card. Let's downsell it. I think I'd be underselling it. I don't know. At that price, here's a card. Watch this card. Sunglasses of Urza. I would upsell this card. You got the $1.50, and yeah, or you get the beta version. I like the beta version. Continuous artifact. It's a continuous artifact. An artifact that don't quit. Morning. This morning. Gilded Drake. All right. Here's a card. Okay. More reserve list action here. Play it. I like it. The Gilded Drake. It's a card I got before it got too far out of reach. Like this card is a house. It's 2 mana too, and it's one of those cards from Urza's. Like you look at it when you're reading cards. If you see this card for the first time, you're like Gilded Drake. Okay, it's a 2 mana 3/3, but no, it's not. It's your opponent gets a 2 mana 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, you exchange control of it and target creature of one of your opponents controls, or you sacrifice Gilded Drake. Buyer beware. This card is a house. It is a beast. It is a Drake. It takes the best creature on the board and exchanges it. There's no wonder it's $298. Urza block, there's usually some available. I don't know if and when and how many times this card has been targeted for a buyout. But like, look where we're running it all over the place. 6 decks for Commander using Najila, the Blade Blossom. 4 decks using Kenrith, Triazos, Triton Hero, Timna, the Weaver. All sorts of Commander decks use this card. It's playable, right? The Gilded Drake. It's expensive though, and I don't think it's gonna be. It is on the reserve list too. Another reserve list card. All right, so until we get something better than that, Gilded Drake might just stay where it is. 200 or 300 bucks. Another card over the next coming months where you could probably find on sale. We were looking at some serious news this morning. This article from Wall Street seems to have stirred up a little bit of conversation in the Magic world as of yesterday. Kind of worth a read about messages plastered across MTG fan message boards since set unveiling, echo chambers, and whatnot. So we're looking at these prices and trying to see if there's anything that like interests us, and we're gonna take a bite out of some cards here. Like get back, sit back, and find a smooth place to watch. Benson's here. Benson, thanks for joining us. It's good to see you here on Morning Magic Stocks with Brody. We're climbing down the movers and shakers list this morning, talking about a little bit of MTG news and our local game store. I guess the biggest one around here is only taking maple syrup for trade in credit on the buy list. It's true. They won't give you cash. The players are advised that the buy orders are for store credit only. Hopefully, they have a food section. But Benson, we're climbing down the movers and shakers list this morning and checking out Bloodstained Mire fetch lands. So if one's on there, they might as well all be on there. What do we see here? Modern staples, the red black version, the Rakdos fetch land. All right. $80. Is this foil? No, it can't be foil. All right, well, let's take a look here. See what kind of depth we got on this card. I really ought to know. Commander and Modern, it's a staple, right? Onslaught version, probably the original, one of the original fetch lands. It's kind of great. If you see one, maybe there's a Rakdos deck or something that is all of a sudden more popular. 111 Edgar Markov decks using it. Yeah, okay, that stands to reason. Depth on this card, there's 16 available at the vendor shops. You can get one down to 69 bucks. I guess for those of you folks who need fetch lands, right? This is like, I don't want to, let's just say, like, anybody who's new to Magic, like, the fetch land is reprint that fetch lands were printed around a time period where you started playing, or if you had played and they've been printed several times, then you could got some in packs. But that's why the